What's up, MetalZektors here? Got some nice metal sector duels for you guys to check out. The deck is back once again. If you guys don't remember this, because maybe you missed it the first time I posted on my channel, essentially what MetalZektors is it's a combination of Insectors and Metal Foes, and you'd be kind of surprised how much synergy there is between the two archetypes. Obviously, Metal Foes like being able to blow up cards on the field. It works really well with Insectors because if your opponent doesn't have any cards on the field, usually something like Hornet wouldn't be all that good. But what you can do is you can use your Metafoe cards, you can pop the Hornets, you can search your spells and traps, and at the same time it allows you to trigger your Insector cards, and you kind of get bonuses off that. And then you can kind of do it in reverse as well. If you don't have anything good on the field to pop, you can actually pop your own Metafoe cards, and then they can trigger. You can actually like get Metafoe's Fusion from your deck. You can pop it on the field once it's been set, and you can just put it back in your deck and draw a card. And it's like a really good way of using both archetypes to their full potential. Although you won't be able to OTK quite as easily as regular Insectors are. So I believe that, or as regular Insectors do. I believe we have two duels here. The first duel is against Brick Eyes White Dragon. A little joke there, Blue Eyes obviously. Insectors are going to start, or MetalZektors, he's going to Pendulum Summon a Volflame and a Ladybug. Ladybug obviously a really bad card in your opening hand if you don't have another Insector to go alongside of it. But you see he's going to kind of make the best out of it. He's going to blow up both monsters he Pendulum Summons. This is really good because not only does he get two replacement cards, but at the same time, he can Pendulum Summon the Volflame back during his next turn, so he doesn't lose anything there. And then if he top decks any Insector, he can just get the Ladybug back from the graveyard as long as he frees up one of these spell and trap zones. So it's like he didn't really lose any value. He still has 5 cards with the potential of being able to Pendulum Summon and get a plus that way. So, Brick Eyes just plays Maiden of Eyes with blue. Obviously not a very powerful start. He top decks the Rescue Bunny. He goes for Link Spider, and I think that he's going to Fusion Summon after blowing up his combination, which should net him a search as well. He's going to go on the Mithrium, and he is going to target that Maiden with Eyes of Blue, which is just fearless, man, because you know Blue Eyes is going to come out and replace that thing, so it does. And let's see how he's going to deal with this. Oh, yeah. He gets a Giga Weevil, and he's going to Pendulum Summon, and then check this out. He uses his 2 level 6s, and he goes into the Utopia Beyond, cutting Blue Eyes down to size, 0 attack, which is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, don't usually see that play very often in Meta Foes. Obviously that allows him to basically do 4,000 damage, and let's see how Blue Eyes is going to respond. He's gonna trade in to get more cards, Chaos Max build. He gets the Regeki, which is really big. I believe he sent Antiquity to the graveyard, and he gets the Chaos form off Manju, and he's gonna go straight for Chaos Max. Now this was just really heartbreaking, man. He runs into the Stormy Mirror Force. Usually you don't expect Metafoes or Insectors to be playing that many battle traps, so like that just really hurt because he would have been able to do some real damage there. And I thought at that point he was pretty much done, but he gets the Dragon Spirit of White. He gets rid of that Metafoes Pendulum Scale, the Volflame, and at this point if you look at the game state, he has 6 cards. His opponent only has 2. He does not have full Pendulum Scales. I was like, okay, this could definitely be a comeback here. And he top decks a copy of Ladybug, which can equip Giga Mantis, or excuse me, Giga Weevil. That's going to get him a search. Giga Weevil is going to trigger, summon itself, and he's going to go for Adamante. Adamante at best can just clash, which is what he's going to do, but I still don't really like his position. He has a Giga Weevil in defense mode. That's pretty much it. We know that this guy has a Chaos Max in his hand. He has the Max C, but I mean, Blue Eyes can definitely OTK through 1 copy of Giga Weevil, especially with Chaos Max being able to do double piercing damage. But I think that he just lost his way here. I think that he went a little too ham. He's gonna go Max C. He uses Sage, which I was fine with. I'm fine with this play. Go for 1 Blue Eyes, go for 2. Here's where he should have stopped. He has 2 Blue Eyes on the field. He could have easily attacked Giga Weevil and then attacked directly, got a little bit of damage in, hope your opponent doesn't have a Pendulum Scale, and you might have been back in the duel, but for some reason, he just wants to give him all the cards. He goes for Tachyon Galaxy, then he goes for Dark Matter Dragon. At this point, I feel like you're just giving the guy way too many cards. I think during the end phase, he's going to summon as well. Nope, during the end phase, he does not summon, but look how many cards he gave him. He gave him the opportunity to draw the Insect Imitation, which he uses off stealing. Now he has, you know, Dragonfly Hornet. At this point, you guys can pretty much see it's a wrap. And again, even when he doesn't have cards to blow up on his opponent's side of the field, he just says, all right, well, I'll just blow up my Metaphors combination. And that opens the door for me to be able to get a full Pendulum Scale and for me to be able to Pendulum Summon and essentially just possibly kill you that way. So you can see that at this point, the rest is just gravy. Gets Giga Mantis out, and he only has to do 4,000 damage, so the game is pretty much GG no re. Yeah, he probably just got a little too overzealous with the Maxi. I actually feel like Blue Eyes could have taken that duel if he would have thought about that turn a little more. This one, I believe, is once again MetalZektors. This one's against Dark Magician. There is a massive misplay that triggered me. Now, I don't think that he did anything wrong here. Obviously, one of the really only monster you normal summon in Dark Magician, well, outside of Blue Boy and Spellbook of Knowledge now being in the deck. But, you know, if you open with a Rod and you get Circle, that's like one of the best things you can ask for with Dark Magician. A lot of times you hope you get a plus off a Circle. If you do, that's nice. Even if your Rod goes to the graveyard, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You can get it back from the grave. He's gonna lose his Circle, unfortunately, and he's gonna lose his Rod. Now that's just a bad beat, man. That's just a bad break. Your opponent getting rid of your entire field is you know, that just, unfortunately, it happens, but he is going to recover really well, and he's going to make a colossal misplay here. I thought that he was pretty much out of the game, but he has another copy of Rod, and I was like, okay, that's pretty good. He gets an illusion magic, which I didn't really agree with, but that's fine. Gets a couple more copies of Dark Magician in his hand. He's gonna reveal those. Actually has 3 Dark Magical Inheritance. He gets a Circle off of the Inheritance, and then he gets a Navigation. Now at this point, I felt like he got lucky. I was like, bro, you should have searched, like, you didn't need illusion magic. You were already gonna search a Dark Magician anyways, but he got lucky when he activated Circle because he got a Navigation for free. He probably should have searched like Eternal Soul or something like that, but it's perfectly fine. He has the setup that he needs. Now, any smart Magician player knows you use your Circle when your opponent has something on the board that can threaten the freaking Circle. All he has to do is wait for the Insector player to use something that Hornet can equip itself to, or he could just banish the Hornet and he should just win the duel. But I don't know. He uses Navigation and he gets Kaiku, and it's like, okay, this is cool. I believe he's going to banish something on the field. Okay, so he banishes a random back row, I believe. He's gonna summon his dark, what's it called, Magician of Dark Illusions, which is fine. But the problem is now you've allowed him to get Hornet, Dragonfly, and he's just gonna absolutely wreck your field. You lose your Circle, you're gonna lose everything. Imagine how different this turn would have been if he just waited for him to summon Hornets and he just would have banished the Hornet, or he just would have banished the Dragonfly. Like, this duel would have been over. It just would have been absolutely no mas. But Dark Magician can't defend itself if it loses its back row. It's one of the Achilles heels of the deck and why the new fusion is so important. At this point, he's able to go for Exceeds. He's able to just lock his field up again. He goes for a second rotation of Dragonfly just to make sure that everything's off the board, and his opponent says, oh man, I misplayed. I have to scoop a Reno. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that display. I felt like these duels really came more so down to 2 colossal misplays than MetalZektors actually being good. But anyways, if you guys are interested in MetalZektors, as always, it will be in the description below. You guys can mess around with the deck. Thank you guys for watching. As always, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not already, and turn on those notifications for daily videos.